with one last game and survival in the Premier League secured, they said there's nothing to play for. But I disagree. There's a lot to play for. There's pride in wearing the shirt. There's the honour of doing it for the fans and playing for this beloved football club. And if that's not enough, there's always a payola. Let's get into it.
It's a full-time job now being manager of a football league club. Bill Shankly would have gone berserk, for example.
Yes, Kasho FMers, it's me, FM Cheetah. You can call me Madam. Welcome back to Conquering Clough, the last episode for Season 2. As you can see, we're currently in 13th. We're about to face Burnley away. A win here, and if Newcastle slip up against Wolves, could see us go as high as 11th. And as I said, you know, there's money in this. Let's go and beat Burnley. All right, so we are going to take the opposition instructions. Burnley play a 4-4-2, not surprising there. Be nice to leap them, you know, be nice to see Burnley beneath us. Our first season in the Premier League. There's a lot of teams below there too. There's Aston Villa and Leicester. Both will finish beneath us this season. Amazing. And here we are. Yes, we're playing the 4-3-3, the defensive 4-3-3. We're in balance mode. I think that's fine. We'll watch it. If, you know, we're taking a lot of shots or even conceding goals, perhaps we'll change it. Perhaps we'll go more attacking. Let's find out. Anyway, the last team for this season, Samba in goal. Roslev will start this game. Calafiori on the left. Then we have Figueiredo and Worrell returning to the centre of defence. Nothing wrong with Ballard, but I thought, you know, they work well together. We're away. Let's put them together. Xavi Simons starts in midfield. You'll notice that Xavi Simons and Bernardo and Yates, there's a sort of thing there. Bernardo and Yates, they're close buddies. But Simons, he's on the outer, not doing so well. Nonetheless, I'd like to play him. I don't feel I've played him enough this season, and that's unfortunate. Hopefully we can repair this relationship next season. Find out. Anyway, as I said, Bernardo and Yates in the centre of midfield. Bernardo on a central midfield support role this time. Of course, Conceição out on the left as an inside forward, and Zakarian, an inverted winger on the left. With Wahi starting today, I thought I'd give him a go. We're going to play sort of semi-counter-attacking football. He's got the pace. We'll release those crosses early and he'll get on them and hopefully can put them away. Our last dressing room speech for the season. Nobody expects this result? I want you to pick up where you went off. Yeah, I want you to pick up where you left off last time. Not so much. All right, then. Let's show them that we trust them, that we believe in them, that they can go out there and get a result. We have an early highlight. It's ours. Figueiredo goes long to Wahi. Does find Zakarian. Back to Paulo Bernardo, who releases Calafiori, tearing up the left wing, crosses in, Cornet clears. Ooh, headed on by Wood, but no good there. Samba collects. Roslev already on a yellow, coming forward. Bernardo, Zakarian reads Wahi. Can he finish it? He can. He can finish it. That 12 finishing, enough to get past the Burnley keeper. That's good. Fantastic. Less than 5 minutes. We're a goal ahead. Let's have a look at it in 3 dimensions. Bernardo, Zakarian sees Wahi. Zakarian with that beautiful vision puts it away. Our first goal. Good stuff. Too early? Hope not. Corner. Brownhill in swinger. Vedat Mariki puts it away. Calafiori apparently missing what? The header? Was he on that post? I think he was. I think that's Calafiori there. Yes, it is. Oh my God. It pretty much comes off him. Oh dear. Not a good start for Calafiori. I've decided to push Xavi Simons further up midfield because it'll be a sort of 3-on-2. Maybe that will help getting the ball away and getting another goal. 38 minutes. Let's demand a little more. Corner, Conceição in, swinger, Figueiredo's on it. Oh no, Mariki's on it. Finds Bergwijn. Bergwijn playing for Burnley now. Bergwijn coming up. Simons goes in. Yellow card there for Xavi Simons. Well, I guess he did the job he's paid to. Just the 2 minutes of injury time and we go in 1-1. Our 6 shots, 4 on target versus their 11 and 5, hey? All right, what are we going to tell them? I'm going to say I'm happy. Am I happy? Probably not, but I want them to be motivated when they're going out here. Not so good. Paulo Bernardo and Conceição not having a great time. Guess who I'm going to bring on? I'm bringing on Adrian Trafer because you know what? I want to win this. He's going attacking. Xavi Simons on a 6-6. You can see Calafiore's dropped down to a 6-5. Conceição I'm going to leave. I'm going to leave because he's a good player. He's important to us. Let's not change him yet. Same with Calafiore. Calafiore, I'll leave that right now. He's just having a mixed season anyway. Let us go to the dressing room. I won't adjust the opposition tactics. And let's give Adrian Trafer a bit of a look at that. He's looking inspired a moment. Good on you, Trafer. Get out there and make the goal. Score a goal. He's got a wicked free kick on him. All right, 60 minutes. I want to go positive, and we will make some changes here. I see that Xavi Simons fallen to a 6-4. Well, that's not good. Not good at all. So we're going to bring on Oyeda, maybe for the last game of the season. Who can say? Ball-winning midfielder on support. I won't touch anything else quite yet, though. Let's give him a pump up. No, compose. Well, better than nothing. Thanks, Brian. Oh, what's happening? Oh, Bergwijn, Tarkowski, Brian Hill, cleared by Calafiore, but it's not actually a highlight. All right, going to 75 minutes. You know what I'm going to do? We're going to 4-4-2. We're going to 4-4-2, and I'm going to bring on Aaron Connolly for Yates. We'll move Brian Oyeda down there because, yeah, he can sound box to box. Can he sound box to box? You know what? No, he can't. We're going to make him a ball-winning midfielder on support. Everything else will stay the same. No, it won't. We'll drop back Figueiredo to a no-nonsense defender and Worrell ball-playing defender because that's how he's best and that's how they relate to each other best. Oh, Conceição's on the ball. What do we got here? Finds Wahi. Oh, bounces off Boney. Pope clears. Oh, Worrell comes forward. Tavares on it. Finds Oyeda, who releases Calafiore, who releases Zakarin. Is it a corner? Will we get the corner? Let's find out. No, we won't. The last 10 minutes of the last game of the season. Tell you what, we're going to go positive. We're going to go positive. Not only are we going to go positive, let's snap it up a bit. We're going to counter press. We're going to counter press as well as generally press. Pope clears. Mariki, but Figueiredo collects. Figueiredo goes forward, finds Connolly, who releases Wahi. Can Wahi finish it? Oh, so close to a win there. 5 minutes to go of normal time. Can we fashion another chance? Come on, Zakarin on a 6-5. Uh-oh. Fires it in Tarkowski. It is clear. Connolly's on it. What can Connolly do? Can he score? Oh, Schmidt clears. Oh, no. We're in the last minute of normal time. 3 minutes of injury time. Come on, one more chance here. One more shot. Is it going to be? Is it? It's not. It's a 1-1 draw. We missed our opportunity to go ahead of Burnley. Oh, well, let's get in the dressing room. I'm going to say should be happy. Fine. I mean, I don't agree. It was average, let's be honest. But anyway, let's end the season on a high, hey? And that's it. That is the table for the season. We did finish in 13th, above Fulham, above Bournemouth, the two teams we came up with, but also above Leicester, Wolves, and Aston Villa. Bournemouth going down, Crystal Palace going down, of course, Southampton going down. We're going to have a closer look at those teams, particularly Southampton. They've got some tasty plays in there. Southampton made it to double digit in terms of points. Is 23 points the lowest ever? No, Derby's has got to be worse than that. Of course, Liverpool were previously crowned champions. Man United finished in second, 5 points ahead of Arsenal. Arsenal, great display, third. They've seen a lot of good Arsenal performances in this FM22. Look at that, Tottenham in fifth, knocking down Chelsea, I should say, to sixth to a Europa Cup position. Leeds securing a Europa Cup position above Everton and West Ham. Brighton, nice result from them. Newcastle, Anyway, and look at that. We were only 4 points. 4 more points and we could have featured ahead of Newcastle in the table. Got to say, first season in the Premier League, finishing 13th. We were never in any real danger, but, you know, you're probably never going to strive to this half of the table, and that's understandable. Anyway, we'll have a look at the season review in a moment. What I'd like to show you is our youth intake. So here they are. These were the ones who stayed, I believe. The other ones have gone. Up there, elite talents. We've got Danny Shorey, a right-sided midfielder. 15, is he? 15 years of age. Got some nice potential there. His physical's looking really solid. His technicals and his mentals, not terrible. Not terrible. They could develop. Keep our eye on Danny. I think the real star of the show was Bjarni Farner Haldresson. It's something to behold. 16 years old, 14 finishing. He's got a nice first touch. Not much in the way of technique. He's got some speed on him too. Not too bad anticipation and off the ball. You know, nines, not far from double digits there. Good level of determination and work rate too. Nice little player. Possible pressing forward. I would think so. Switching between pressing forward and advance forward, taking advantage of that space, of course. Look at this real prospect. We've signed him up. Yeah, this is probably the best that have come through in those last 2 seasons. We also have Frenchman James Barbier, midfielder. This is him. Not bad. 1 star, but a bit of potential there. What is he? He certainly likes to win the ball. He's got a bit of determination. Low work rate. They're calling him ball-winning midfielder. Box to box. Maybe more of a box to box. Not the fastest thing, but as I said, bit of potential. The other midfielder was Joe Williams, the Irishman, deep-lying playmaker, bit more potential, 1 star to begin with, but if we have a look at his attributes, pretty solid. I think that's pretty solid mentals, great bravery, fantastic passing and decent vision. Physicals, not so much, but, again, potential. I think we'd have to develop him as a deep-lying playmaker for sure. First touch is a bit weak, but good technique, and as we said, excellent passing range and some decent teamwork and a good foundation of vision. The bravery is a bit sort of out of sync compared to, 8 composure, and as we said, like the physicals, not all that much. But you know what? Overall, not a terrible intake. Not a terrible intake at all. Should we have a look at the review for the season? Let's do it. Let's have an end of season review. 22-23, the end of our second season. 11 seasons left. The new arrivals, of course, Daniel Ballard came in, average rating 7.36, picked up a couple of goals along the way, 9 appearances, 1 off the bench. You'd have to say, good, really good. Don't know about his long-term potential, but in the end, we might be able to sell him. Nonetheless, great, he's been a terrific addition. Josep Martinez came in from Leipzig on loan. We've actually picked him up for, I think, 700,000 as a cup keeper. He didn't do terribly, not great by any stretch of the imagination. Didn't do, poorly. But, he's here now. We need that backup just in case. Roslev, of course, nice, 6.94. Decent start. Don't think we'll be buying Mads. I don't like the potential there. I want to see a bit more. Plus, let's not forget, we do have the Portuguese. And I would have liked to have played him more. In fact, we do. So maybe what we do is play our Portuguese right back a little more and bring in someone younger as backup. Ante Palaversa didn't really get much of a look in, came in for 400k from Man City, but still nice to have him on the bench. Aaron Connolly, the $8.75 million signing, 8 goals, 1 assist, 6.85, maybe a bit more next year, Aaron. Adrian Trafer came in because of the issues with Calafiori. 8 appearances, 1 assist, 6.83. You're not terrible. Not terrible. I think he has a problem with big matches. No, he's the injury-prone one. He's fairly consistent, but he's injury-prone like Calafiori. Don't think we need another injury-prone player. $10 million option to buy. Calafiori's is still, I think, a 17.5. So if we're going to buy one of them, this would be the one you would think. Bit of potential there. Got speed. Not much in the way of dribbling. Can cross the ball. We'll see. The loans out, Dale Taylor is the standout. 10 goals, 3 assists, a 7.44 on loan out at Glentoran. The 19-year-old did very well. Still looking like he's got some potential. A couple of other players out. Look at this. 20 goals from Asapa Asong. 2 assists, 6.94. What did Dale Taylor do that was so amazing that Asapa Asong couldn't do? Anyway, Janda went out. I mean, not bad performances. Claridge is really, really coming along. Picked up 2 goals when he was with Morecambe. 6.94. Not bad for a 19-year-old. And have a look at this. I know the arrows are pointed down. And yes, I know bravery's a 10, tackling's a 10, marking's a 10. This is a real prospect here. If we go, I don't know if we can see, we can't see the coaching report, but Still a prospect, James. Maybe he needs to be on the bench for next season. We'll see. Anyway, the season results. Finished 13th. That gave us 18 million to spend. An A. Of course it's an A. We survived. We were not relegated. Aaron Connolly was our top scorer, 8 goals. I mean, that probably makes sense given we finished on 13th. Average home attendance, almost 30,000. We were filling that stadium week in, week out. No problem. This is the result we were expecting, I think. And, a solid one. Well, maybe I was expecting a bit more trouble, but, I've got to be honest, FM coming up from sort of second division, this isn't a bad result. If anyone followed me on the FM21 save, the Blackburn result, I mean, we just skyrocketed from the season we went up. I think we were in Europe, if not the second season, certainly by the third season we finished in Europe. So this is good. It still gives us some challenges. Still plenty of work to do to solidify at the back and be more creative in midfield. Maybe a change of formation. Maybe it's players. We'll find out. The moments to remember. The biggest win, a 4-0 spanking of Brighton. Do remember that. That was quite excellent. A 3-0 win over Palace too. Not bad either. Goal of the season came from our 3-1 away win to Fulham. It was from Connolly. It was an excellent team move. 20-metre curl effort. Pretty sure every sort of goal of the season is some kind of curl effort from 20 metres. It's never like a little tap in. I guess, what would it be? I mean, it's just a tap in. The finances. Now, I haven't paid lots and lots of attention to this. I think we're pretty good. Sponsorship, of course, went up from last season, as did, of course, naturally, the broadcast revenue would have skyrocketed up. Corporate hospitality went down, as did match day revenue. It's bizarre. How would match day revenue go down, given that we're filling the stadium? Anyway, competition prize money, 704 last season, 18 this season. What a shock. And look at the broadcast revenue, from 3.7 to 110 million. Yeah, who says the Premier League isn't important? Joe Worrell, Zakarian, Tavara, Connolly, Wahi, shirt sales of the season. That makes sense. I think all those players deserve it. Would have been nice to see Paulo Bernardo there, to be honest. He was pretty consistent for us, but Tavara was the star, I think we'll find. How you lined up? 4-4-2 apparently. They picked 4-4-2. We look at those players, we say, yes. Zakarian on the left, Conceição, Connolly and Wahi, Yates and Tavara, Figueiredo and Worrell, Roslev and Calafiori. Sure. Surprised at what do they call it? They call it 4-2-4. I guess it is 4-2-4. That 4-2-4 was the most common. And there's Tavara, 708. Player of the season? I guess we're about to find out. So nothing for us this season. No surprise there. Flair players of the season was Joe Worrell. Young player of the season was Joel Tavara. He's 24. How is he young player of the season? Signing of the season, Daniel Ballard. No question about that. Goal of the season we know is Aaron, who was top scorer. Conceição with the most assists, 8. Daniel Ballard with the most players of the match. No wonder. Outstanding. Highest average rating. Tavara winning that with a 7.Y. Joe Worrell completing the passes show that we were very good at playing from out the back. Worst discipline, Ryan Yates, 10 yellow cards, I should say. Unsurprising. I think we might be playing him more as a box-to-box midfielder next season, the 25-year-old. But he did his job, and he did pretty well, I think. And that is that. Ballard should be, that's what I come back to. Ballard should be dropped by Northern Ireland. Get real. Players inducted to Nottingham Forest, overall best 11. Yeah, okay. We know all. What do you mean inducted to the? Since when? Since last season, I guess. I mean, Dominic Thompson's still our, left-sided fullback. Hey, okay. Graben, yeah, sure, that makes sense. Mighton on the left, okay. So club vision and expectations, meaning, you know what I'm not seeing here? I'm not seeing transfer budget. Has that already been set? Not that I remember. Anyway, yeah, let's have a look at this. All right, develop players using through the youth systems preferred, so won't be changing that. Playing counter-attacking. I'd like to stop that. Working with building a new stadium, you say? Okay, let's see if we can drop counter-attacking. Come on, Dane. Come on. You don't need counter-attacking. Well, okay, it's only favoured anyway. Building a new stadium with 5 years. Fine. Fight bravely against relegation. Well, sure, good. We can do that. They want an end of season team meeting. Let's do it. Let's discuss the plans for next season. Already looking ahead to next season. We want to, you'll deserve to be congratulating. We're going to work hard next issue to stay well clear. We're good enough to not get relegated next season. That will be our likely target. Pleased. Good. I still could step down. That's it. Brilliant. That's what I wanted to hear. I want you to enjoy your breaks. Go and enjoy the breaks. They're encouraged. Fantastic. Thank you very much. Look at that. Everyone's happy. They should be happy. They survived the Premier League. We stayed. Look at that. They're pumped. That's good stuff. That end of season was a little rocky there. New season team report. Daniel Ballard has been fantastic. Yeah. Are we going to play him? I think so. I want to see that bravery and that tackling increase. That's for sure. Squad end of season break. Yep, they've gone. Destination camp. USA. Yeah, USA. Why not? Let's do it. There we go. End of season. Right. We're chasing Rocca apparently. Are we? Oh yeah, we're chasing Mark Rocca. How old is Mark Rocca now? Mark Rocca's 26. I don't think we're chasing Mark Rocca. I mean, I haven't thought about him. Should we have a look at the finances, see if there's a transfer budget set? Hasn't been set, unless there's our transfer budget. 67 million in the bank, 22 in profit for this month. This season, 59. Last season we lost 4. Win. Yep, winner, chicken dinner. Excellent stuff. We're going to need to find out about this transfer budget, I think. Let's go check it out. Okay, well, so we've just launched straight back into the initial budgets. We've got a wage budget of 1.1 and we've got 57 million in the bank in the transfer kitty. Nice. That'll help. I mean, I think we want to seriously consider buying those loanees. I think they need to come in and then maybe we can use the rest we can hold on to it. Bring in maybe some other loanees, see who's out there with options to buy later on. We just, do the loan, option to buy, get a good option to buy, we buy them. 57 million, what did we have last year? I think it was about 30. Yeah, nice step up. Board plan to build a new stadium. Here it is. The board has announced plans to build it. Any details there? No, nothing in particular. The main reason behind the decision was that the old venue with high maintenance costs and felt beneficial to build a brand new stadium. Ooh, so that means it'll get a new name? Maybe it'll get the Mac Quintana. I don't think so. If anything, it's going to get the Cloughie name. Oh, that'd be reason even more to get behind this. So that's the season. We're done. 13th place finish. 57 million euros in the bank to spend. Got a few loanees. We're going to have a look at them in terms of bringing them in. And then we're going to have to look around. I think, obviously two things we need to do to move up the table is concede less and score more. Pretty simple stuff. Now, is the issue at both ends? Or is it a sort of midfield creative position? I don't know. As good as Tabarot has been, he's not the greatest. You look at those, I mean, certainly his vision is excellent and he's got some really nice passing, but, his composure's pretty average, his anticipation's pretty average, his first touch is quite nice, as his technique. I mean, all these technicals are very, very nice, along with that vision and, decent bit of teamwork. But is this the guy to take us to the next level? I don't know. He's worth possibly 25 mil. What did we pay to bring him in? 750. I mean, do we flog him for 25 mil and bring someone in? Maybe. He doesn't have relations with the other players. And of course, Paulo Bernardo is still here on loan. Paulo didn't have the greatest season, didn't have the worst. From an attribute point of view, he's pretty solid. 15 passing, 15 vision. The cost to bring him in is just shy of 20 million. Got to be worth it, hasn't it? He's still got some potential there. I mean, I think he's got to be our play. Look all around there. The stats are good. Super flexible. Yeah. I mean, how Tabarot is performing above Paulo Bernardo is beyond me. If we have a look at his report, I mean, it's solid. He's fairly consistent. There's nothing going wrong here. Personality-wise, resolute. I mean, no, I think we need to bring Paulo in. The other player to look at, of course, is Conceição. Now 20, still with potential. Again, very nice from an attribute level and still growing. Speed's getting up there. Can play in a couple of positions there. Could possibly play out left as a winger. I haven't tried him out there, but he could. From a purchase position, 15 mil. I mean, come on, 15 mil is pretty good. Surely we'd have to bring him in. From a report point of view, I mean, not terrible. not terrible at all. Personality-wise, balanced. I mean, there's worse. And he's been good for us. Remember, this was the guy who provided most of the assists this season. And yeah, 15 mil. Could we get any better for 15 mil? Seems unlikely. Joe Gelhardt, I don't think so. I don't think so because it's something like 30 or 40 mil to bring him in from memory. 43 mil, in fact. He's not terrible. He's not great for 43 mil, you'd have to say. I wonder with Wahi and Aaron Connolly here whether we might just want, well, Dale's coming back. Maybe he can just take that to the Gelhardt slot and occasionally come on and play. Can't forget about those guys. The guys are out on loan. Then there's the left back, right back situation. So every left back we brought in, ho-hum. Calafiore, Trafer had the best result, but, injury prone. 10 mil for an injury prone left back has got some potential, but I don't know. 10 mil? Injury prone makes me nervous. Calafiore is in the same situation from an attribute point of view, much stronger, but again, injury prone. We look at his report though, he's fairly consistent. Might have problems with injuries. I mean, didn't particularly this season. What's he worth to bring in? Is it just over 17? That's a lot more than 10, that's for sure. And then there's Bradarich, which I assume we're not bringing in at all. 4 million, was it? 6 million to bring him in the best value. He's got some potential there. He's not terrible. He's got some lovely crossing there and some okay bravery. From a report point of view, though, doesn't enjoy big matches. Is that someone you want? Someone who's scared of big matches? I mean, he's consistent. What, consistently scared of big matches? I don't know. Balanced personality. Left back's still a bit of a problem, I think. Now, right back, I don't think is too much of a problem. Rosslov was obviously pretty good for us. Did we ever put an option down? 8.5. 8.5 when he's maxed out. I don't know. I don't see it. When we've got Estevez here, the Portuguese is here. No, he's not the bravest young character in the world. Not the best tackler, but everything else is pretty solid. He's crossing is growing and he's got bags of potential. We need to play him more. From a report point of view, there's nothing terrible there. He's currently out with an injury. Right, well, yes, he's currently out with an injury. From a personality point of view, fairly ambitious. That's good. We want someone who's fairly ambitious. He's still 19 years old. He's now worth, on average, 25 mil. What do we pay for him again? 5. Nice investment. Then there's the central defence issue. Avila. What is going wrong with Avila? I mean, you look at him, you think, here's a guy. He's got plenty of potential. You look at the report. The report says he's fairly consistent, fairly susceptible to injuries. Well, he's ours now anyway, so it doesn't matter. The problem with him was he just couldn't bloody do his job very well, to be honest. We need to get this guy doing his job because the future is not Joe Worrell and Figueiredo, as well as Joe did, and he did very well. He's quite decent. Figueiredo, not terrible. Now, what is he, 29, I think? 29 now. Again, not terrible, but he's not developing. I mean, they're not bad defenders. Not bad. Decision-making is fairly poor. The average, I think, overall, between certainly Worrell and Figueiredo, it's not horrific. Ballard, though, is this the future? Ballard, is this the guy we need to be playing more often? I don't know. Do we find another home for Avila? Do we loan him out? I can't remember how much we paid for him to bring him in. We paid $5 million to bring him in, and he's now worth around about 20. Do we just loan him out? I mean, is that what we do? Maybe we loan out. But look at that, 13 passing, 13 vision. This guy should be a star. We need to get some more out of him. Zakarian's the other star player. Bought him for big money. I don't think he's wanted by anyone. He has done well. He's done all right. 7, what was it? A 6.84, something like that on average. Where is it? 6.75. Not terrible. Not great. Great vision. Great. I mean, this is overall. He's a star. Potential. What does his report say? Fairly consistent performer. That's good. Personality-wise, he is ambitious. Good. And he's already worth around about 70 mil. And we paid what for him? 13? 13 mil. Yeah, 13. So that's, again, a nice little investment. And I've seen Arsene Zakarian in some saves going off. So it's tweaks, I think. Sorting out the left back. Maybe we're going to rely on our centre backs here now. Sort that left back position out. Maybe bring in some right back youth. Got to think about this midfield. Work it out. What do we do? Xavi Simons. Still got some developing to do. Just 20 years old. What's he worth now? Let's have a look at Xavi. Xavi's now worth about 15 mil. Doesn't seem worth selling. I mean, we brought him in for nothing. Do we want to sell him? I don't know. Maybe we do want to sell him. And the others like Ojeda and Palaversa, I mean, let's be honest, they're stopgaps. Ramirez will be gone by the end of the season. Yates is consistent. Tavares is consistent. Bernardo's consistent. The others, I don't know. On the bench, loan them out, sell them on, something like that. I don't think we need the killer midfielder in terms of creativity. I think the ones we've got are pretty good. A bit more steel or a bit more dynamism? Maybe. Does bring us to Brennan Johnson and Alex Martin, still with potential, and they are our players. They did pretty ordinary. Martin was the better of the two because he found himself in some goal positions, although Brennan put a couple of goals away as well. I guess they're going to remain, forever on the bench behind Conceição and Zakarian? Maybe. I guess they will. And, they're not bad bench fodder. Sorry, guys. But, they're not terrible. But left back's an issue. We need to sort that out. We'll have a look at right back. We will, I think, striker-wise, I think we need to stick with the young players that we've got. The wings are okay. Have a little look at midfield. Maybe bank some cash. Don't spend it. Bank the cash. Maybe we put that cash towards growing their training facilities. That's probably of more interest to me, to get those youth intakes better and better. So that's it. That's the season. We're done. 13th, another season to go. So we've got 11 seasons ahead of us. Let's not forget 2 premiership titles and 3 European Cups. That's all we need in 11 years. Cool. We better get on with it. Anyway, if you like what you're seeing, please remember to drop a like. It really helps. And don't forget to subscribe. If you've gotten this far, surely you've subscribed. But if you stumble on us, you've got a whole new season ahead and 2 seasons to catch up on. So get onto it. I hope you'll join me again for next season. This will be an interesting one. What, the difficult second season of Premier League? Or will it be the season where we rise up? I don't know. I'm excited to see players who are out there. I think we will do a transfer window session looking at stuff. We'll go through it, sort of semi-live kind of episode. Yeah, I think so. But that's it for now. Thanks again. And until next time, La Starate.